Hi, good day. Welcome to newspaper review on Niger Watch. My name is Iman, reporting live from Lagos, Nigeria. Happy happy weekend, my people. Why do I look, um, why do I look out for a new week already? Well, happy weekend, my people. The weekend is upon us, and I hope we take our time to rest, unwind, spend time with family, and re-energize ourselves as we get ready for a new week. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to my Niger Watch family. How you doing? It's good. It's lovely to have each and every one of you here today. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining in. Good. To those watching, how you doing? Please do not forget to do the needful by liking this broadcast, sharing this broadcast, inviting someone to this broadcast, also subscribing to our YouTube channel, Ninja Watch. Guys, also the dollar sign to the right in the comment section is for you. Yes, it's for you. And able to also support us financially and with publicity. Yes, thank you for doing so. Talking about likes, guys, let's start. Let's start now by liking this video. Let's like. Hi, now, Bella. Good morning to you. Happy weekend. How you doing? Justin Emmanuel. Good morning to you. How you doing? Where were you yesterday? Yes, I noticed. Where were you yesterday? Thank you for tuning in today. I do appreciate. Thank you. Guys, in the comment section, you have the link if you'd like to join to this broadcast. Please do the needful by clicking on the link, and you'll be right here with me. Come on, start poking your friends, your neighbors. Let them know that newspaper review has started. Yes, where all right, guys, shall we begin? First paper for today is The Punch. All right. Arms. Why Amotekun Benue Corps may not get AK-47 license. Police mom retain licensing embargo years after. Asks bearers with expired licenses to submit weapons. Says 2,921 sophisticated arms, 58,431 ammunition recovered in 15 months. And I don't, and this report doesn't say if this was gotten from terrorist group or if this was gotten from civilians. I personally don't think that arms should still be retrieved from civilians. Well, people are still submitting their arms. All right, we'll move on. Adeleke forged certificate. Oyetola tells tribunal, "You are dreaming, can't win." PDP tells governor. Tafa Balogo was virtuous. Name open door for us. And that's this from his brother. COVID-19 infections hit 231.5% in 1 month. And that's from NCDC. Says 1,005 yellow fever cases recorded in 6 months. Why we won't sanction Wiki others, and that's from IU. I have no shame selling potatoes amid ASU strike, and that's from a Unio lecturer. FG wants borrow 1.2 trillion naira to satisfy union, and that's from minister. Falling naira, EFCC threatens to arrest dollar hoarders. Yeah, we have I don't make mistakes, and that's from Toke Makinwa. And talking about why Amoteko may not get the AK-47 license, there are strong indications that moves by some governors to secure licenses for their respective volunteer coups to carry assault rifles and combat the raging insecurity in their domain may continue to hit a brick wall. This is because the embargo on the issuance of fresh firearms licenses imposed on the police since 2013 have yet to be lifted, repeatedly bringing to naught efforts by some states to arm their security outfits and defend residents in their domain. Sources in the police says that there was no plan to lift the embargo due to the insecurity across the nation. They ruled out the possibility of lifting the embargo anytime soon, saying plans by the governors to write to the president may not yield any result. And I don't think that may not yield any result because of the embargo. I think, as usual, things that truly concerns the citizens never yields any results as long as the president, has a final say. But nice. It's good to have you on today's broadcast. Good morning to you, sir. How you doing?
Yeah, it's good to see you. I'm fine. And you? How you doing?
I'm, I'm well, thank you. Happy weekend, brother. Nice. Happy weekend.
Yeah, same
All
to
right.
you. Cheers. Yeah.
Thank you. I just wanted to give you a shout out. We'll continue.
All right.
All right. Talking about IU and PDP crisis, the national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Senator Iyorcha Ayu, has ruled out the possibility of sanctioning the governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, over his outburst against the party's leadership and its presidential candidate, Atiku Abubakar. Ayu noted that rather than discipline anyone, the party would focus on uniting its members. He therefore appealed to those arguing with Wike to sheath their sword. And there you have it. Oyetola has refused to succumb to his loss at the recent governorship election that happened a while back, as he's still dragging the incoming governor Adeleke. He's saying that he forged certificates and all of that. Dude, he forged certificates? That's the best you can come up with. But let's see, knowing that in Nigeria nothing is impossible, let's see if this will be if it will be overturned, or if anything would even come out from this submission. And EFCC threatening to arrest dollar orders. We know that these people are just you know where these dollars are. Go and get them and stop terrorizing innocent citizens. And there we have it for the Union lecturer who is selling potatoes. She says she has no shame. And what parents thinks that ASU are extorting or using the students as a shield for their own propaganda? I I think it's otherwise, because the lecturers are ready to tarry as long as they're patient enough. They're not pushing, and they've resorted to other manual jobs. The other day there's this lecturer, I think in Sioux or somewhere. He he now works as a conductor. Works as a conductor. So these lecturers, I think we really should give them years and hear what they are saying. These lecturers are passing strong messages. Some are going back to their farm. Some are picking up manual jobs just to be able to provide for to meet the family's daily needs, and it's actually very, very commendable. And salute to them. We'll move to the next paper, Tribune. Amotekun arrests 151 northern youths eating in trucks in Ondo. Sanwo-Olu meets police, navy, army, other forces over security threats. Northern elders threaten to reject 2023 candidates over arrest. Killings in the south. And just under it, alleged certificate forgery. Court grants order of substituted service on Tinubu, slates September 7th for hearing. 23-year-old man steals 21 phones during JAM exam in Ilorin. Oyetola drags Adeleke to election tribunal, alleges overvoting in 749 polling units. Insecurity will break Nigeria soon unless we return to regionalism. And that's from Gani Adams. And here we have Buhari okays 24 billion naira for Naseni's modular irrigation project. US based professor donates $1 million to UI College of Medicine. With the recent threats to states, and seeing how serious these people are, the Lagos state government, back to back, they've been beefing up security, having talks with security personnel, literally having the governor, keeps having this emergency meeting or closed door meetings with every security personnel in Lagos, from the army, everybody keeps having this talk, and I hope it yields results. And instead of, I think we unofficially are beginning to practice regional government, because every state is beginning to cater for itself. But then again, power still remains in the center, because all of the plans now, you have youth that has volunteered to combat insecurity in their states. But then again, we need the president to overwrite the issuance of firearms, and that doesn't seem to be happening. That doesn't seem to be happening. So what happens at the end of the day? What will these people use to fight if the federal government, will not do this? And if the police are saying that it will lead to high rise in it, which insecurity one high past what is currently going on in the country, then I think the police should be deployed. Okay, the police cannot be deployed because the police, I mean, they will use kid gloves. There will be no security personnel in the streets. All right. Sorry about that. Have a little technical problem over here. Okay, moving on. APC moves to, okay, yeah, we've done that. Sanwo-Olu gives security chiefs matching orders. Tell Lagos residents no cause for alarm. States launches whistleblower initiative. I don't know. Sanwo-Olu coming out to tell Lagosians no cause for alarm. I'm I'm I- I'm not sure the vote of confidence that Lagosians even have in the sitting governor of Lagos State. I mean, after all this while, the CSO of Lagos, cannot still tell us who gave the order October 2020, and you are telling us that there is no cause for alarm. Mr. Governor, sir, we don't trust you. We really do not trust you. All right, insecurity, tension spreads in Southwest. Yoruba leaders to meet over security challenges. Others, we can sack terrorists from Ondo or show others in 3 months, and that's from Gani Adams. On Kano, federal government under pressure over UN order. Nigeria risks diplomatic sanctions, says Woma. Ejimako, why government must free IPOB leader. Buhari approves 24 billion naira for Naseni's modular irrigation project. And that's it on our headline this morning. Brother Nice, let's talk.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Where do we have to start from?
The police have come out to say that, why they cannot give out firearms to, as we read all through this week, states, Benue State, and other states, massively, you have youth who has recruited massively to join their security outfits to combat insecurity in their land. Now, the trainings are ongoing, uniforms are made, preparation time, the energy, the vibe, everything is going on, amazing turnout of youths that are out there to protect their land. But the issue of firearm, now this is the next issue, firearm.
Okay, thank you once again. What is very simple, you understand? I said it with my friend yesterday when we were when we were saying the same thing concerning the outfit of that Governor Otom put in place. So when he was saying that he's going to procure weapons for the security outfit, I said it. I said Buhari is not going to allow it. Federal government is not going to allow it because who are they going to defend against? Fulani people. You see. So as far as his kinsmen, is his family, he's not going to allow them to carry AK-47 to kill his people. You understand? He's not going to allow it. The problem is coming from federal, and Buhari have given that direction that they should not allow them to harm them with AK-47 because they are going to kill Fulani that will come to operate in their land. So it's very simple. You understand? I said it already yesterday that Buhari is not going to allow it to happen for these people to be harmed. He's not going to allow it.
So
You
what
know,
is the fate? So what is the fate of Nigerians?
the only thing that they will just I said it before that the only thing they can do now is for them to find anything, if it's cutlass, arrow, catapult, anything they have.
Against people that are fighting with guns. What are the chances of survival? I mean, they don't even get close to the
No, if they
enemy
are really
before they're taken down.
listen, normally the indigenous of all states they have advantage than this foreigner that is coming to their state, or those Fulani that is coming from the north to operate, because they know the terrain. They know the terrain more than this Fulani. So what they have to do is for them to just lay ambush, capture all of them, and disarm them, then deport them back to the north. That's what they're supposed to be doing. You understand? So as they are coming, they come with a truck of this thing, trailer, and all those big truck from the north. As they are just coming, before they will dispatch to a different state, they need to stop them, disarm them with their AK-47. They will seize all of them and deport them back to the north. That's the
But
only
you
way
know,
to fight this.
sometimes they don't move around with their arms. They go ahead, then the arms comes, in disguise in
Yeah,
containers of
exactly,
in sorts of
exactly.
either rice, food stuff. So they're not things that you easily suspect. So you might not have them, see this person and see them with. I mean, you don't even get to know.
That
You don't
like
even get to
listen,
know.
it's very easy for them to do this thing because they have all these parks where all these people used to come down the stage when they are coming from the north. It's just for all these security outfits to be vigilant. They will secure all those parks, all those roads where there is coming, those truck is coming from the north. They will secure those roads. They will be doing stop and search. The moment they catch them, like what Omoteku did, that's the same thing they will be doing. Where they
So
arrest,
you
stop all
you
those.
you are saying that they should, go on a rally or even block those ones that are coming in and send them back to their hometown.
Even in Western world here, there's the time police do this thing, public control. That's what they call public control. They will go into the train, go into the bus, looking for immigrants. You understand? Undocumented immigrants are to deport them. So it's the same thing they need to be doing, all those security outfits. Block all the access where they used to come, where they come from. Block all those places. When you catch them, arrest them immediately. Don't allow them to get to police station, because all these police, they have they get directive from federal government not to harm them, not to do them anything. Don't just if they arrest them, they should by themselves deport them back to the north with that same truck they came with. You understand? So that is the only solution for now before Buhari will leave power. You understand?
Wow.
Because with this Buhari,
Okay.
nothing will change. Nothing will change. Because if you touch all these people, it's like you are touching Fulani Buhari himself. You understand? He's not happy about it. He's very angry when you touch all this Fulani. You know? So that is all I can say for now, because
But Nice,
this man.
there are actually some who are also feeling the heat of the moment. You do know that, right? So if you are saying that they should send them, some are even running away from their home, which is not an easy thing to do. Plus the IDP camps are closing up, so we have a lot of people who will be going into other states to stay. Now the problem is we can't even tell who is who from these people.
Look, if you listen to what Governor of Edo State said the last time, Governor Obaseki, I think that one is now waking up from his slumber. You know what he said when he was coming back from this holiday? He said, I saw some crowd of people that he knows that these people, they are not from Edo State. So when you know that one, you need to swing into action. You understand? So that is why he now called for security meeting the last time, Obaseki. He said all the Edo citizens should be identified. That is going to create identity for everybody. And if you want to give anybody house, that person needs to show his identity. That is the way to go. Then when you get them arrested, deport them. As far as they are not from that state, send them back to the state where they are coming from. Because all the Amajiri in the north, if they don't do this, all of them will come to the south. What are they going to do? Is kidnapping. They are coming for the business of kidnapping. They don't have any other thing doing apart from kidnapping. And if they are coming from the north, they will tell you that they are coming for legitimate business. They are going to come to drive Okada to look for a means of survival. It's a lie. They will go into the forest. They will start kidnapping. So
this is going to further separate us as a people, because as it is, every either Fulani man or Hausa man that one sees, they become terrified of them. And would you even blame Nigerians? And the Northern elders have come out to say that they would not accept or be voting for any of the candidates because of what is happening in the South. Is that something that we should be worried about? Is that something that should make us fear? Because I don't know. I don't know. They say that they are killing their people. The Northern elders are saying they are killing their people in the South. They are arresting their people, and there was an outrage because of the 1,000 and something people that Amoteco. No, sorry, not 1,000 and something, but the set of people that Amoteco arrested recently that went to the states, and they are coming out to say that there is injustice against their own people. And we are wondering, would you blame people that are shutting their doors against you people? Now that threat by these people, should it hold water? Should states relax their walls because of the threat by these people not to vote for other candidates?
Just forget all those threats. You understand? All those one, there is not going to make any difference. They should not look all these threats. They should do what they're supposed to do, because these northern people, these Fulani people, they don't care about the wrong that people are doing. They don't think of it. They don't see those wrongs. All they see is their family is being stigmatized. That is what they see. They don't see the wrong their family is doing. So all Fulani, they see themselves as one. You understand? And they always stand for themselves. Even though the person did wrong, they don't care. Their own is that you should not stigmatize their Fulani brothers. That is their own. Even though that person kidnap, kill people, they don't care. That is not their business. You understand? So that is how they think. They have the mentality of Arab people. They have the same mentality with Arabs. You understand?
All right.
So
All right, brother, nice. Let me take a
the,
few
the only way,
comments.
or okay.
Let me take a few comments from the comment section. I'll come back to you. And this is from Naomi Bella talking about what this security outfits from the state, what they were used to fight if they are not, if the president doesn't give an express order for arms to be released to these people. And we have, Nigerians who are well meaning Nigerians who are sharing their thoughts on how to go about it. And this is from a patriotic Nigerian, Naomi Bella. And she thinks that they should use catapults. Naomi Bella, well done. Nice one. And this is from Johnson Emmanuel. Johnson Emmanuel says, those Hausa Fulanis you see loaded on big lorries and trailers are just poor hustlers. They are not the criminals. The criminals goes along with AK-47. They are not poor. Let's not deceive ourselves. That's from Johnson Emmanuel. Johnson Emmanuel. Well, there is that aspect to it too. That's why I was asking Brother Nice that I think this would further divide us as a people. Really, the Constitution already does a great job dividing us as a people. Really, but this happening right here and the way the president is even handling this, I don't know if we would, as a people, go back to that place where an Hausa man will be seen and will say, "Hey, Aboki." I mean, nobody's going to be saying Aboki
Let
anymore.
me tell Johnson Emmanuel. Let me reply Johnson Emmanuel. He said those one that is coming with lorry are just ordinary poor people. Eh? Okay.
Yes,
I
sir.
hope I hope you will get information from security outfit in Nigeria. Then they will tell you what they are passing through every day. Johnson Emmanuel, just call Edo State. Ask all those district vigilante what they are passing through every day. Then you will know if those people that is coming, they are just ordinary poor people. You understand? What is the name of this man? Obaseki. Obaseki, before Obaseki now wake up and start looking for a solution to tackle the problem. You think the man, you know how many times people have all insecurity have been disturbing, Obaseki don't care. He does not answer. Then for him to wake up right now, you think it's just for nothing. Huh. You people should be seeing them that they are just ordinary poor. Let me tell you, the only people when I was in Nigeria, the only people from the north that was really living as the true Nigerians is the Hausas. The Hausa, they are different from Fulani. Hausa is just like us. Hausa people, they don't commit crime. They always look for a daily bread. Those are the ones that was selling tea and bread on the junction before. I don't know if you know those times that I'm talking about. Those Hausa, they will
Yeah,
always have a little kiosk where they sell tea, bread, and eggs. We used to eat from them.
they
But
are called
those ones,
Meti
they are
or
not the kind of
Meshai.
people. Yes, yeah, we share. So those Fulani is not the same people with Hausa. Hausa are very friendly. So you should not mix
Is,
them
is,
together.
is,
Don't get it
is there
twisted.
is there really a difference in their outlook? Can you, by looking at their appearance, can you tell a Fulani man from an Hausa man from a Hausa man?
Okay, let me tell you now. If you are really in the midst of these people, if you really know them very well, if you have been friends with them, you will differentiate them very easy. Hausa and Fulani. Hausa, they are more polite and they are more civilized than Fulani. Fulani always think from the mindset of the northerner or those this thing. Um, Most of them they always speak Arab. They don't like to do anything that is English, anything that concerning English. They don't like it. If you just try to teach them English in school, they refuse it. That is the Fulanis. You understand? They don't see the view of Western world as this thing. They reject anything that is Westerner. So they are
All right,
a
brother,
way to see
nice.
them. They are very strict with Arabic rules. So to know
All
them
right,
is very easy, you know.
all right. Thank you for
So
that. Thank
Fulani,
you.
they are not Nigerians. They are not Nigerians. These Fulani people, they hate Nigerians.
All right, brother, nice. Thank you. I'll move on to some other person. Hi, Mr. Kennedy. Good evening to you, sir. How you doing today? Welcome to the weekend.
Good evening, madam. Thank you very much.
It's Thank you. It's good to have you on today's broadcast. If you've been following or you'd like a recap, please just dive right into your submission, sir.
Recap, please.
Okay. Now the problem is Benue State, Amoteku. Now they are saying the police have come to say that they might not get the AK-47 license. They intend to write to the presidency to release or for that to be released. They blocked the issuance of firearms due to the rise in insecurity, and that is still the reason why they are not releasing firearms. Now we are saying, so how would these people combat the enemy? How do they fight insecurity? How do they fight these people who comes heavily weaponed? What are they supposed to use to fight? And even the police PR that issued a statement said that the letter they intend to write, the governors intend to write to the presidency, it may yield no the outcome won't be positive, or it won't be what is expected from the presidency. And we are here trying to reason together on how else to go about it. You have the youth. They are out in numbers to support and defend their land, but the president just might not be giving that order for firearms to be released, and they're not asking for free. Neither are they even asking the federal government to buy and give to them. They are buying with their own money. They just need the federal government to give the go ahead for firearms to be released for that.
Uh, Thank you. Thank you very much. My heartfelt condolences to the families that are losing their loved ones. And I want to thank Mr. Autumn for all his effort. He's just like a lone ranger. He's just alone. I sympathize with all the other governors that are not assisting or are not in line with what Mr. Orton is doing. Orton is doing the right thing. He's trying to protect his people because he's the chief security officer of the state. But the constitution is very, very biased. The constitution is not it's not very straightforward. If you are the chief security officer of your state, you are supposed to actually be the chief security officer of the state. Uh, giving orders like the chief like as the president is for the whole federation, but it's not working. The constitution is very biased. But I think all the other governors should toe the line of Autumn. They should all support Autumn. They should do the same in their state. If they all come together and do the same thing, I think the federal government will be overwhelmed and give them licenses. It's not going to be easy for people to fight with catapults or cutlasses or machetes to fight people with AK-47. It's not going to be easy. We all know that the federal government is not going to issue licenses because they are in support, they are in cahoot with what is going on with the people that are slaughtering innocent citizens. Sometimes ago, like 2 or 3 years ago, when the Buhari said he revoked the licenses of gun owners all over the federation. So that was funny. When that announcement was made, I said, "Oh, this man is out again. He wants to take away these guns from people, licensed guns for that matter. Take away this licensed guns so that his people can conquer the whole country." And a lot of people here were arguing with me. I said, "You people, you don't even see this coming. Some of us, we saw it coming when they said they want to mop up all the guns in the whole federation. When the other one I was talking about, that stupid IG of police, former IG, the transmission, when he was taking collecting the whole guns from everybody. So, and actually, the gullible Nigerians were submitting their guns without knowing what was to come. And this is where we are today. They have taken away those guns, and AK-47 is all over the place with this Fulani head and bandits, having control of their guns, and their guns were not mobbed. And these people, they know where they are, but nobody's talking to them. That's what is going on. May God bless Governor Autumn for what he's doing. And Wike and the rest, they are busy, reconciling and going to Abuja to meet Atiku and all that. They are not. They don't know what is going to be before them. The country is in shambles, and they are talking about politics. I'm not even sure there will be an election anyway. But what are we going to do? They are not going to be able to fight the president. If the president is for the country, there would have been a different scenario. But the president is against us. That is what is happening. They are not going
Wow.
to give them licenses. We are in trouble. We're in very, very deep trouble.
So, what is the fate of Nigerians as it is?
Well, it's
Because
grim.
this was our resource, right? Community police, community security, and it is happening now even without they went on ahead even without the presidency giving the go ahead for such, after clamoring, after asking the likes of Autumn and on those states, they just took the bull by its own and did this. But now we are at this junction where we still need him to do something, to say something. And it's not just him. Other states are picking up. Other states are picking up because they have left the north and they've traveled into other parts of Nigeria. And it's a wake up call, ready to do this. But I think everything still sends us back or draws us back to Mr. President's approval.
The fact is, the people should just go ahead and protect themselves without coming publicly to say they need licenses. Yeah, you understand. Critical issues need critical measures. They should just go ahead and protect themselves. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to come to TV, national TV, and say you need licenses. Those people that are coming, they don't have licenses. Why should you be clamoring for licenses when the federal government is never going to issue licenses for you to fight your enemies? Just go ahead and support yourself, because we've seen it before. Amoteku was not legalized by the federal government. Eboboagu, I don't know, I cannot pronounce it very well. Eboboagu from the east, they were not given the go ahead to operate. But the Hisba in the north, they operate very freely. So we should just go ahead and protect ourselves. Sometimes you don't need to come on national TV to say what you want to do. Protect yourself and stand your ground. That is the only thing they have to do. That's the way I see it.
All right, thank you, Mr. Kennedy. I'll move on to some other person now. Hi, Mr. Akim. Good day. Welcome to today's broadcast. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. Good morning, my sister. God bless you. How are you?
I'm well, thank you, sir.
Thank you for the show this morning, and I just want to say good morning to the fellow panelists. I've been listening to the whole thing since you guys started. Not really since you started. I think I joined halfway. And I would just want to say that I know you talked about Governor Autumn and them being refused licenses not to bear firearms, to bear certain firearms such as AK-47 and AK-49 and others. But as a governor, I'm sure he was aware of the laws before he made those applications. Probably he was expecting some form of what would you call it? So form of differences just because of the situation going on in Benue State. At the end of the day,
Nigeria.
Yeah, I know we have it in Nigeria, but he's basically concerned about his own state, right? So at the end of the day, I think the problem we have is that if what Governor Autumn should have done initially, after they've passed the laws that set up those security outfits, what he would have done was to challenge the law, because this is the problem. One of the problems I think we have in that country is that those governors, a lot of our governors, are not challenging the laws. You have to. The laws are written, then you have to go to the court and let the court to properly interpret the law, because these are the things. These are some mistakes. Because when you write a law, sometimes there are open doors for it. So not until you go to the court to challenge that law, you wouldn't know what you can get from it. And a lot of governors, I understand that a lot of governors in Nigeria don't do it. If you remember last time, Governor Wike challenged the law when it comes to who is supposed to be collecting VAT. So a lot of governors need to continue to do this, continue to challenge the law. When you go to the court will interpret it. Sometimes it might favor you, and when it favor you, guess what? That is how you almost kind of restructure. It's a way of restructuring without going through the National Assembly. So I would have expected him to do something like that, but the channel he has gone through for me, he need to understand that was going to be a tough task, because there's no way they would have granted the state, because as soon as they grant Benue State, then you have to grant every other state security outfit to be able to bear such firearms. So having said that, I heard Brana is talking about deporting people and how Amotekun was deporting people. I think the problem with that, what Nigeria should do right now, they should kind of turn Nigeria to a police state. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Turn Nigeria to a police state. So what they need to do, since they cannot longer protect the borders. So what they should do is bring all the immigration officers out of their offices to come and work with security personnel on the street. So when people like that are intercepted, because don't forget, some of these people, when they come in, they're not even Nigerians. We need to understand these same Fulanis that we're talking about, they've been with us for years. These people that we are saying, some of them are Hausa, some of them are not Fulani. No, it's not true. Those ones that were carrying cow those days with stick that you're calling, those were still Fulanis. What you need to understand today is that there's a business going on, and the business is called kidnapping. People are making money from it. So when some set of people gone into kidnapping and they find out it's a lucrative business, those ones that used to go around with cow find out that they can make more money just by kidnapping people and asking for ransom. And then they put the cow on one side and they start kidnapping people. So it is the same Fulani that were there before that are still there today. They're not different. The only problem we have is that we've had a lot of them coming from outside country, and then that is where the immigration services have failed the country, because they've not done their job. All they do is sit down in the passport office and wait for people to come up do Nigerian passport. That is all they do. They don't go and look for people who are not Nigerian, so that they can properly help the security people to identify who are Nigerians and who are not Nigerians. I can't tell which Fulani is from Niger or which one is from Nigeria. So it takes an expert, a trained immigration officer to be able to do that. And in that area, I think they haven't done their job. I think the federal government need to put a lot of emphasis on immigration officers to come out and do some work, so that in situation whereby those people were intercepted by their Amotekuns, the immigration officer should be there with them. They will identify them and say, okay, where do you come from? You come from this country, you come from this country, okay, fine. Where are your documentation? No document, okay, fine. You go and detain them in an immigration detention centers. Then you facilitate and then send them out of the country. Before you send them out of the country, you take their biometric details, you take their fingerprints, and you take everything, just in case they come in next time, then you can prosecute them. So all of these things these are the directions that we need to go in a short time. Like for now, because before we now look for a long-term solution. Thank you very much.
All right,
Mr.
Mr. Hakim, thank you.
Mr. Hakim is brother nice. We always
Yeah,
say we just speak about similar thing right now. But where have you been, Mr. Hakim?
I've been busy, very busy. It's summertime. Summertime is very busy out here, man.
Please, can I ask the last speaker a question? I'm sorry if I have to. Can I?
I think you can go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is the
Mr.
last?
Hakim, your line is breaking. You didn't finish up.
My line is breaking.
No, is my line breaking? Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can
Mr.
hear
Hakim,
you.
are
We can hear
you the
you.
one that is always traveling? Is this the Mr. Hakim that is always traveling? That is always on the road driving?
Yeah. Most of the time I'm on the road. not
Yes.
engineer Ken, you know.
No, you're the one that is always driving. How
Yeah,
are you
yeah, I'm
doing?
always,
It's really been a long
yeah,
time. What
yeah. I
happened?
know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. It's been a while. It's just, it's summertime, and summertime it's really busy with work and stuff like that. So it hasn't been easy, you know.
Okay,
Okay, it's good
I
to
wanted to
have
ask him
you.
a question, Mrs. Iman. The last speaker, are you aware there's a visa at arrival for these people that they were asked to come to Nigeria?
Mister, I think you're misinterpreting the rules. It's the visa on arrival is not made for a certain group of people. It is made for every tourist that wants to visit Nigeria, and I think it's a very good policy for the development of our tourist sector in Nigeria. It's just that it has to be properly done. It has to be properly enforced. The thing is this: you see, when you just arrest people on the street and you say send them back, send them back, so I'm going to say something right here. So if you want to apply that logic to everybody, say you see somebody, you say, oh, they come from Katsina State, okay, send them back. Then if you see somebody that's from Anambra State, you have to send them back. If you see somebody that is from Ondo State in Benin, you have to send them back. If that is let's apply the logic to everybody. So this is why we need to bring the immigration officers to play a key role in this sorting out of who is who and who is not. Because if we just say because this set of people they look like this kind of people, we have to send them back. Then we have to apply that logic to everybody that is not an Edo man that is in Benin, or that is not an Anambra man that is in Anambra. So at the end of the day, what you do is that you find out that you are almost kind of creating an anarchy in the land. So, but if we bring in the
Anyway,
immigration experts,
that wasn't my question, sir. My question was if you were aware there's visa on arrival, and
yeah,
these
I'm
people.
aware that there's a visa on arrival,
Okay,
but the
thank
visa
you,
on arrival
thank
is
you,
not for
thank
Fulani
you,
people.
thank you, thank you. I never
I think
said
he
that.
All
I
right.
means
just
people from
asked.
out of the country,
Yes,
people
I just
traveling
asked
from
you.
other parts of
I didn't
Africa.
mention a particular group of people. And do you know that when these people, when they come in, they are not profiled. They are given Nigerian passport immediately. Not at the border. That's what is going on. You know that I think it was Bauchi State Governor that said these people can come in at any time. That they are one family. They are Nigerians, even if they are not original Nigerian. You are aware of that. So that's what the problem is.
No, I'm not.
This immigration, their hands are tied. They are not allowed to do what you're saying is in the same society. But they are not allowed to. You see the soldiers coming out to say, we actually have weapons. We are constrained. They're telling us not to strike. That's what the problem is. I want you to understand that. It's not that we understand what you're saying. In the same society, what you're saying is right. But these people are asked not to work, not to do their job. That's the problem.
Yeah, but they
Thank you.
haven't been doing their job. The immigration hasn't been doing their job for a while. So this idea, because I remember when Fashola did it years ago, and I was kind of criticizing that idea of just picking up Nigerians or anybody from the street and then just send them back to their state, because the constitution gave you the right to work, live, and stay anywhere in Nigeria as a Nigerian person. So the idea that you just pick up somebody in one state and just then send them back to their state, then the laws of the constitution, the rules of the constitution, is not being adhered to. So that is why it is good to bring in, before you can do something like that, you have to bring in an immigration officer to identify who is who. So there are lots of
My
these
brother,
people are not even
my brother,
Nigerians.
I'm not in support of sending people out of the state because the constitution provides for that. There's free movement, there's free association and all that because since they are citizens. But the problem is at the border they are not supposed to be allowed to come in. That is it. It's not from
Exactly.
deporting them from one
let me
state
let
to
me
the other.
add
They
a
are not
little
supposed to
bit.
be allowed in. That's what I say.
Let me
Thank
add a
you.
little bit to the discussion. I believe that all of us will have little piece of the puzzle here and there. When you go to all this forum. Oh, by the way, hello everybody, panelists, and enjoying the existing protocol. I'm gonna make a proposal today that it's like some kind of solution. But before I do that, let me say that in Nigeria, since Nigeria started, there's never been immigration boss, the chief from the South or a Christian, ever. There's never been an EFCC chairman that's a Christian or from the South, ever. and so many other parastatals like that that are important for the security of the country. So we look outside, we look at, say, Rwanda, that had a similar problem that we have. Because, you know, we Africans, we come in many hues and colors. There's a certain group that are, such as myself, I'm like a Bantu, Black original African guy, right? But there are others who look Ethiopian who are not Bantu. They have their ancestors. Some of them claim to be Arabs and they pass. Usually very beautiful women and stuff like that. So they have the same issue in Rwanda. So back in the 90s, the Tutsis, who are like our own Fulanese, were dominating the Hutus, who are original Rwandans like us, like your Igbo man, your Yoruba man, basic African guy. So all these people were doing what the Fulanis are doing to us now. So at some point, the Hutus had enough. So they said, you know what, we're gonna stop it. So they killed a lot of people. They killed a lot of these Tutsis. And the way they did it, they look at the complexion, your height, and your nose, plus your lips. If you don't have the African features, you're a Tutsi. So they killed like maybe 1 million people overnight. So the United Nations stepped in and said that's genocide. All right. So they took over that country from these Hutus and gave it back to the Tutsis now, who's still ruling them now. They're a minority, they migrate from somewhere else, like our Fulanis do. But all the time that the Hutus were crying and say, hey, look, we're being marginalized in our country, we're the indigenous people, the United Nations would not act and do something about it. So that's the situation in Rwanda right now. Sure, they're doing better. So they took over that country from them and gave it back to the Tutsis, who are still ruling them today. Apparently, they're doing better economically. Things are working out over there. So when you come to our own country, a similar thing is afoot, where Amina J. Mohammed is a Fulani and he's in the United Nations next to the boss, who's from Portugal. She's a British Fulani, very beautiful lady. No matter what happens in Nigeria, the United Nations doesn't care what's going on. In 2015, they massacred in Zaire almost 1,000 or more, buried them in mass graves. It's no big deal. So I am proposing, here's the solution I was going to propose, because all these, our state governors, they are all useless, all of them. Now, I have a lot of respect for Governor Autumn. I don't know what he's doing. If you're going to go creating something or like Amoteku, are you going to go to them to give you a license? You're just kidding yourself, right? In the United States, they have what they call VFW posts, which is like veterans of foreign wars. And it's like social, it's local. They have all kinds of local outposts, give them beautiful women, dancing, healthcare, all kinds of things like that. Now, the Nigerian army is not just a Fulani army. Don't forget that. The Nigerian army is composed of all ethnic groups, right? From Benue, from Imo State, from Yoruba, from virtually all, from the Hausa, from the Fulani. So my proposal to the state governors is to, if they want to do it like the Southern Governor Forum, what the hell do we need the Southern Governors Forum if they cannot protect us? What we need is the Nigerian Southern Army Forum, Igbo Army Forum, veterans, people who already served and retired. We need them to create health insurance outposts for people who already are trained. They know how to use the weapon. Register, whether you're active military, you have to register with your chief in your local government. For if you're off duty, if you're on vacation, you want to work overtime, you come, you're gonna get health care, compete with the Nigerian army as well as pay. Nothing illegal, just to protect your fellow citizens, your own village, your country. So that's the approach they ought to use. These people are already armed legally, they're trained. So we can use such creative means. They have to be looked at legally. Is this legal? Yes. If it's not legal, what do we do to make it legal? You know, so they have to use that approach, because the Nigerian army is made out of parts that's not greater than the whole. So I think that they ought to come out of the box, think out of the box. Okay, you're dealing with a cunning group of people, but they're stupid anyway. They're not that smart. Only that people are just very slow to get upset, like they did in Rwanda. It takes a long time to get a nation to be upset. But we can't go have people being killed. You have to do everything to protect people. You know, security is the state of being free from danger or threat. So it's not even when you're killed. In order for you to be secure, you have to be free from threats. So they have to think out of the box. Okay, you gotta go licensing people from the federal government. They're not gonna give it to you. They're not even gonna let you be the chairman. In essence, if you're gonna be president, they're gonna come to you before you become president and say, "Look, the immigration."
Mr. Pansat.
Yeah.
Please wrap up your submission so we can move on to some other person.
Okay.
Thank you.
You want me to wrap up, right? You want me to conclude?
Yes, please.
Okay. So my conclusion is to proffer a solution that I haven't really looked at what are the legalese that could make it happen, but try to use people who are already in the army. The governors can do it, the local governments can do it, the chiefs, those who are controlled by who have respect for the chiefs. Look, if you're in the army, come home, you have 60 days, register, here are your parks, here are your benefits. We're in danger, we need your help. Because our soldiers are even that silly that you don't create a mutiny when something like this is going on. Thank you very much.
For that, Mr. Pansat. So you are saying your submission is, instead of Southern Governors Forum, it should be scrapped. Rather, let's have a Southern Army Forum, right?
Yeah, I'm saying I was just being what do you call it, facetious in saying that we can have both. Southern Army for, I mean, if it's legal for, remember before they used to have Southerners, the governors joined together and form a forum. It wasn't allowed before, or they didn't think about it. But right now, if that's allowed, then we could also have, because these are people serving in the government, and they form an alliance. We need the soldiers to register all the way back to their local government in case we need that protection. Now, when I say soldiers, I mean the police. I mean all the
All right.
all the paramilitary organizations. Yeah.
Mr. Pansat, can I quickly just respond to you? That's fine.
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Madam, please, is it okay for me to just quickly put one or two questions to you?
In 1 minute, sir.
Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. My brother, are you aware that when you enlisted with the military, you can only take orders from the military and no any other body? That is one. And two, the idea that when somebody is on holiday from the Nigerian military, they are not being like out of work. They're just on holiday. They're still enlisted with the Nigerian army. So the idea that they would then be working for other organization, whereby they will be giving orders. Are you aware that the legality for such thing is near impossible?
Well, like I said before, those are good questions. I said that it needs to be passed through a filter of the legality of it. Now, you have to understand that the governor is the chief security officer of his state, that by logic, actually, they're supposed to take orders from the governor. But we know in practicality, it only happens when the federal government agrees with whatever the situation was. But the governor is not, it's in charge of his security of his state. Now, you can be like the commander-in-chief is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces, not the commander-in-chief of Nigerians. Every soldier.
Mr. Pansat, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll get back to you. I have to move on to some other person. Please.
I know, but I was just making a key point there. I was making a very key point.
Discussion is going to take us out Okay,
of the
please,
realm.
please wrap it up,
Okay.
please, sir.
Okay, I was just saying that
All right.
when somebody's on vacation or is acting as the capacity of a citizen, the commanding chief doesn't command you unless you are in the military formation. If you're on vacation, for example, and you want to take a job as a security officer, it's done here, even in the United States. A police officer can be off duty and go work in a nightclub and make some money protecting people in the nightclub. So as far as illegal thing, but like I said, in Nigerian parlance, if it's illegal, then don't do it. But they will have to do something. It's a very big thing going to train people to be a security like an army and arm them with AK-47s. I believe that this ragtag, foolish, desert dwelling cretins running around with sail pass and guns and are sophisticated. Okay, because even if what you recruit are engineers who know how to work. Let's say you recruit from American citizens, I mean, who are Nigerians, who know how to operate drones and intelligence. That alone is a big deal. So the squad that's actually go there and shoot them can be small as long as you have good intelligence. If you can secure your state, a governor has a right to secure their state. If you're illegal in the state, you can be removed from the state. You could be arrested. It could be made impossible. Say you're in a forest, for example, you can be cleaned
All right,
out. Yeah,
Mr. Pansat, I have to move on. Your time is up.
move
Thank
on.
you for your
Thank you.
submission.
Sure.
Thank you, Mr. Ebonso. It's been a minute. How are you doing, Mr. Ebonso? It's good to have you on today's broadcast.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone.
All right,
Actually,
sir. Please take it
I'm
away.
happy listening to my brothers that are saying things since, but there is one thing we have to understand. Fulani, we have two types of Fulani. We should stop making this kind of comment here because this is why we are having this problem in Nigeria. And when we continue making this kind of comment, this problem will not stop. Those Fulani we are mentioning, they will think they are oppressing them and they will continue doing this thing they are doing. And that is the problem of Nigeria. I will not tell you lie. I'm telling, each time I say something, I'm telling you out of experience, not reading it in book or something like that. We have two types of Fulani. One, they live within us. They have their community. They have they have their local government. Everything we have them in Sokoto, Zamfara, Kebbi, everywhere we have them. Then this one that they are calling Fulani in the forest, God created them so. They move with cattle inside the bush, and why they carry arms is because of sometimes they meet lion, all those kind of things, and they can attack them. So they move around in the bush. Any country they meet, they just enter. They will stay there. And that is how the country will become their own. They will just stay there and start looking for food and the rest. They will not harm you if you not touch them. Fulani, why you are saying Benue and Nasarawa having problem of this Fulani attack? Any local government that this Fulani attack, please and please, before anybody condemn, go and find out what happened. This Fulani will not attack. You can do Fulani something now, but it will revenge in 10 years coming because they never forget. These Benue people, they are talking about firearm. There is no local government that they did not have in Benue and Nasarawa that they did not have youth chairman, and every night they have I don't want to be saying it, but they know I'm saying the truth. They have AK-40, more than even AK-47. They patrol around every local government, their village every night. This is what I know. They patrol every night with AK-40. They have boys that are doing that from every community. This one that Autumn is doing is just doing politics for people to see. All the countries that legalize firearm, we see what happened. Even the US that they are saying now, a man can just come out with pistol and shoot his dad because of he have gun in his house. Look at Libya. What happened in Libya? Why Libya is dangerous today? Because Gaddafi legalized it. Everybody have gun. And when the thing backfire now, the thing backfire on him because everybody have gun in his house. Then a country like Nigeria that some people even use a plank to do pop action to go and rob. then you tell them that they are free to carry arms. AK-47 is not pump action. AK-47 is a gun that even the army, they train them for that. And even then, they still use, some of them, sometimes they will make mistake and misfire and shoot one of their person in operation. Talkers of Omateku, or what did they call them? You cannot just wake up one day and say, let the go, everybody carry gun. No. This Fulani, if you see they attack any community, that community kill one of their cow. Because if anybody from farmers saw Fulani moving with cow, maybe eat one cassava something, they will just use their cutlass and cut the this thing. Maybe that time.
Please,
Maybe that time Fulani.
allow me just interject, right? You know, when you say this is, let's try to balance it. These farmers have come out to say that these crops, these cows, the animals, they trample on their crops and they kill them.
That
And
is what I'm
they
telling
keep
you.
saying
No,
that,
no, 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 no.
yeah,
This
so
one is what
they don't
people are
just see a
reading.
cow or see them and begin to chase them. I mean, if
That
they
is
were
what I'm
living
telling
with
you.
these
I'm just
people,
telling you. You are reading it in the newspaper. I have been in the community in Nasarawa, in Benue, where it happened. I know. Ask the community chairman in Agbashi, Fulani cut his hand when they went and killed about 20 cow of Fulani. But when Fulani come back and destroy the community, people did not know what happened. People don't know, they just read it in paper. And all these people, okay, people, Mateko arrested all those Hausa going to, or Fulani going to Lagos, anywhere to hustle. Those people are not the criminals. A criminal cannot enter this thing and go to that place. No. Anybody that said that one is just reading what history told him in school. Till now, he have not wake up. Nigeria is bigger than all those comments. Those ones entering this thing, if you go to Ilela in Sokoto, let me tell you now where they used to load them. Every Sunday, like tomorrow, is Ilela market. Anybody that want to doubt me, send your brother to Ilela. You will see them where they will load themselves inside a tipper, gongoro, anything that is coming to all this Patakot and the rest, all those sides. That's where they load. They didn't hide it. They will just load themselves. They are just poor people. If you go to the community where they are poor people. But when our people catch them, they will show them they have arrested Fulani. They'll be maltreating them. And let me tell you something. Those Fulani people, you think they didn't know what they are doing? They used to make sure they sell their cow and train, let's say, 10 people among them to go to the highest, to get the highest education in this life. That's why you see most of them in authority. Because they know that one day they will oppress them.
Can I ask you a question?
Now I'm coming. We are talking about them coming from any border. When you go to Sokoto now, you will see one house here is Nigeria. One house here is Niger. In Ilela, local government. One house here is Niger. And you don't even know where is Nigeria, where is Niger. So when we are talking about the first prime minister of Nigeria, it's a Fulani man. The first prime minister, Tafawa Balewa. It's a Fulani man. Then when we should stop condemning. No, I'm coming. I know where you are.
It's not a Fulani man. It's not a Fulani man.
It's from Bauchi State.
It's not a Fulani man.
Wait, I'm coming. It's from Bauchi State.
It's a Hausa man.
Wait, what is Hausa? Let me tell you something now. Go and browse the definition of Hausa. Hausa is a word that was borrowed. I'm coming. Hausa is a word that was borrowed from Arab.
Hello, Mr. Bosse. Good morning to you. I have to come into this. Right?
Sorry.
I have to come into this. Please, everybody mute yourself. Your informations are not aligning with our media policies. All right. You cannot come here and pass information that you are not even sure about. And apart from that, we are totally against Fulani, especially the one that are currently killing us. And we will not allow anybody directly or indirectly to promote these people on this platform. We are against them. We're against corrupt politicians. We're against devilish politicians. We're against devilish leaders that is currently putting every one of us in pains. So please, we have a policy here. We have rules that everybody must follow. And what you are currently saying is not aligning at all with our policies. I would like you to deviate from it. We're saying this in a polite manner. Pass information that is accurate. If you know you are not sensitive about your information, don't talk about it. Don't assume. We don't do or we don't broadcast based on assumption on this platform. Say what can be verified. Thank you very much. Over to you, Ima. Good morning to you.
Miss Ima,
Thank
please,
you. Thank you for
please, I
stepping
have
in.
question. I have question to ask this man. Oh, this man that
Brother
was
Nice,
speaking.
please just hold on a bit. Thank you for coming in,
The
Mr.
only, the
Niger.
only thing is that
Hold
you don't
on.
have any question. Nobody. Sorry to say this thing, please.
Excuse
Sorry
me,
to
Mr. Boson, you are breaking the rules. My moderator is talking. You have to wait. Please. You don't interrupt her when she's trying to deliver a message. You wait. When it gets your turn, you'll be called. You're breaking the rules, and I'm sorry, you need to come back again, sort yourself out with your informations. And yeah, we don't deceive people here. We don't mislead people here. Even though we're against the government, we cannot say what we are not sure about them. That's why none of them can take me to court or any member of my team, because what we say, we tally it up with an article, or we merely work with mainstream medias. Please, nobody should deceive anybody here. I understand that every one of us are in pains for what these people have cost us. But despite of that, we still need to pass information that can be verified. We understand that a lot of us are also saying there's no rules in Nigeria, no law, not the work and all that. When you start passing misleading information against anyone, that's when you're going to know that rules, our law is in Nigeria. They will use it against you. Thank you very much. Over to you, Ima.
All right, Mr. Niger Watch. Thank you for coming in again. Uh, Guys, this is an appeal to each and every one of you. Please just like this broadcast, share this broadcast, subscribe, and do the needful. Also, use the dollar sign in the comment section. Please, let's do the needful. Okay, I'll move on to Mr. Charles. Hi, Mr. Charles. Good day, Mr. Charles. So, welcome to this broadcast.
Thank you, Mrs. Emma. How are you today? And good evening from here to all the
All right,
panelists
sir.
and all that are watching. honestly, I've been listening, both the person that just spoke and those that have spoken. Honestly, sometimes I laugh. I ask myself too many questions concerning we Nigerians. I will say, is it that somebody done, is it that they do juju for us? Or we ate something? When are we going to open our eyes? Like someone said, there's something someone said concerning Hutu and Tutsi in Rwanda. Such a thing cannot happen in Nigeria. Why? Because we are divided in so many ethnicities. In Rwanda, there's Tutu. These are the major tribes. But in Nigeria, there is Igbo, Yoruba, South, this, that, and from the beginning of Nigeria after the Civil War, there have been this blackmail against the Igbos. These people have been succeeding in using that to blackmail the other Easterners against their own brothers, so that own brothers will see them as they become a threat to their own brothers. So for Nigerians to rise up against what is happening in Nigeria now, honestly, unless it is this generation, this our generation will do it. Unless, but if it is this generation of Tinubu and so many of them, they have been deceived. Coming to Nigeria, what have been planned for over 50 years is playing out now. It's playing out, and Nigerians are still sleeping. Our governors are still sleeping. If this government are truthful to themselves, why is it not that why are they not disarming the Fulani herdsmen if they are truthful to themselves? If they want to curb the insecurity, if they want to work, is there Fulani herdsmen, do they have license to carry? No, even if they are in the bush, lions is attacking them. This is a modern generation. This is a modern. We are in a modern generation, modern world. Nobody carry cows and go about in the bush. You can't use your cow and destroy somebody's farm in the name of being a header. Go and buy a land. Put your cows there. Provide everything they need. Do business. Pay tax. If these people are really being truthful to themselves, you see, because there's an agenda that is playing out, that is why they allow all this. Buhari once I think a few years ago, he made an announcement that all the license people should surrender their guns and all the licenses have been cancelled. Do they do everything to make sure that they disarm the Fulanis, the headers? No. These people take their FK-47, go to the villages, cause mayhem, kill, rape. People today, Nigerians are hungry today. The farmers are not farming. It's not because they don't want to farm. It's because these people have put fear in them. Imagine somebody came to your farm, eat your crops. You talk. He harass you, and not just that we harass you, they will kill, and it has been happening. Nobody has been talking. The southern governors are just, I don't know what I'm going to call them. I don't know, because as governors, no matter whatever that is happening, you still have the power. If you are united, if you want to fight a cause, you can do it. But because they want to be relevant, because people like Tinubu, who thought during the time of Goodluck Jonathan they were sidelined, they went and joined hands with the Fulanis to make sure that they push in as much as Goodluck Jonathan regime there was corruption, but it was not the reason. I don't know what I'm going to put it. Tinubu and his co-hosts, they gang up and made all of propaganda against him with joint hand with Fulani who thought that, oh, they have been cheated by Yaradua. The power should remain within their hand. Tinubu helped them. They did it. And they have an agenda. When Buhari came to power, how many Southerners did he appoint as military chiefs? In the Southeast, he never appointed anyone. In the West, how many? In the South, how many? Nigerians shout, hey, 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 hey. At the end of the day, did our governor shout like it is today? Tinubu is appointing Muslim tickets. People are shouting. The same politicians from the from the southern Nigeria are saying it. Oh, it doesn't matter. He has the prerogative to appoint anyone he likes. The same thing Buhari did. They didn't talk. And this is the result of that thing is what is happening today. Fulani man will be caught with AK-47 and taken to the police. An order from above will be given to release him and give him back the AK-47. None of them have been prosecuted. None of them have been jailed. Boko Haram, our military will fight. Even many will lose their life to catch these people. As soon as they bring them to prison, at the end of the day, the federal government will say they are repented, they have been repented. And what do? They take some of them to train them somewhere. What happened to those people that have lost their life, lost their homes, lost everything? Who have this federal government take care of them? No. All we hear, Governor of Bauchi State will tell you, every Fulani is a Fulani. They don't have a country. And we are here talking how to curb insecurity. Who is the head of immigration that we monitor this? They have done everything possible to make sure that that area they block it. They have done everything possible to make sure that all the way that they should be checkmate. they have been taking those positions, and we are talking every day. Look, every indigenous Nigeria, let us wake up, because if we did not, what happened to these guys, the Taliban? What happened to Afghanistan? Systematically, these guys will give Nigeria to their own people, and they come and take over. When Buhari came into power, what did he first introduce? Roga. How can you introduce a program that will permit a certain ethnic group to have land in the whole 36 states of Nigeria? How can you introduce such a thing? And you keep on pushing. People are shouting. People are crying. You keep on pushing. People like from the other media must come out in the television and say, is it better you lose your life? It's better you give your land than to lose your life. Those people, one day this thing will be used against them. They will not remember, because they want to be relevant. Our governors, many people are talking. People like Otis Okali say he first introduced Ruga in Aja State. Many of them, this is the kind of southern leaders we have who cannot speak, cowards who cannot, with their position, like Autumn, make a statement and stand on it. They can't. Most of us who are opportunists, that see everything as opportunity. We are supporting people like Tinubu. We are supporting people like Hope Uzodinma, and so many of them. Southerners. Before, it was northern Nigeria. Today, let us not forget, it is no more northern Nigeria. When we're talking of northern Nigeria today, you're talking of Fulanis. Why? Because when any position came from, if there's any position from the federal government to the north, if it is 10, the Fulani will take almost 7 to 8 of them. They will occupy it. About 19 states in the northern Nigeria, they have taken over 10. When you're talking of north, stop talking of Hausa. We are talking of Fulani. We are talking of the Fulani versus the south. I pray that the southerners, we should remove all this sentiment among ourselves. Remove it and join hand and fight for a cause, that something that if we keep quiet, one day, what happened to Hausas that have been emasculated will happen to us. We will become a stranger in our land. We become a third-class citizen in our land. Today, it is happening. Tomorrow, it will not be the same. It will be worse than that. If we didn't rise up, even if our leaders did not rise up, let us wake up. Let us wake up. That's all I have to say. Thank you, Mrs. Emma.
Thank you, Mr. Charles. Thank you. Thank you for that. And it's really nice to have you again on today's broadcast. Thank you for yesterday, too. All right, we'll move on. Guys, also still appealing, guys, let's do the needful by liking this broadcast. The number of likes and the number of viewership, they're not matching up at all. So, guys, please, it takes just a second, I assure you. Just right there on your screen. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up to this broadcast. Thank you. Mr. Tunanger, welcome to today's broadcast. How are you doing, sir?
I'm fine, Ima. Hope everything is okay with you at your end.
Yes, sir. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, and I greet all members of the panel. Yeah, I've been listening to the conversation, and from some of the stuff I've heard, I at first when I came in when Pansat was talking, I wasn't exactly very happy with some of the. I think some of the things he was saying it out of basic conditioning. When he refers to like the Tutsis and all the other groups as beautiful, every time using beautiful to describe, and this is the internalization of this inferiority complex that we've built up over time, and this is partly the reason why some of our groups give up their something that should belong to them to other groups, because they've internalized it because of the things that happened from 500 years ago or so, when Islam and all the other religions came into the continent. And we really need to start asking ourselves serious questions, because I've seen people that advocate that their children don't even get married to people that look like them. They would rather have their children go and marry other people and Europeans because of what? Because they've done so much better than us. There's a reason why we have been on this continent for such a long time and we have never been dislodged. I don't understand why we should be apologizing for who we are. And we really need to start asking ourselves that question. We are one of the oldest groups on the earth. Most of these people were not around when we arrived on this planet. And they are basically our children, and we are acting as if they are superior in any way to us. They are not.
Could I respond to that before
And
you continue?
no,
Just on that point.
it's okay because I let you finish. I
No,
know
what
that
I'm saying on the point you just made right there. Let me just clarify what I said. Then you continue. Is that fair?
Okay.
Mr.
Okay.
Take your time.
Mr. Pansat, Mr.
Yes.
Pansat, please, I want to try to have a broadcast where Mr. Tunaja's submissions would not be interrupted. So that way I can truly time him because I mean it looks like he gets the longest timings here and which is not so. So please don't interrupt Mr. Tunaja so he can quickly, do the submission. Mr.
It's just that
Tunaja, take it away.
Okay. So yeah, the point I was making was that we shouldn't have to apologize for whom we are, and that the way we should be seeing ourselves are we are basically one of the most privileged group in the human this family, and we shouldn't be referring to other people in any way as better than us in anything, because if you the moment you start saying people are better than you, especially in something that God gave you, it's just what are you saying to God then? As a matter of fact, what are you saying to your forefathers? We invite.
Is that a rhetorical question?
Yes, it's a rhetorical.
Really
I'm sorry, it's triggering you, but
no, you got me completely wrong. I didn't say what you're saying at all. I didn't
but you
say
did.
they're better than. I said
You didn't say they were better, but you were referring to them as beautiful all the time.
Every God's creation is beautiful.
But you don't refer to your own people as that.
No, I did. That's everybody.
No, you didn't.
Everybody's beautiful. What I was saying, I was just being nice before I actually talk about something more serious. I wasn't. They're not more better looking than us. No, everybody's got beauty. God made all of us. But why you would leave out what I'm saying that's important and picking on that straw man? I don't know. Talk about the more serious stuff.
Because I wanted to go to the serious stuff, but you didn't let me get there. I'm sorry. You didn't let me get there.
Shall we proceed, please?
Because these things might be simple, but this is at the basis of how we perceive ourselves and how we perceive our environment. And when we keep, going back to a minority group doing like the Fulani doing stuff, let me break it to you first. This is something that I really found very fascinating. That do you know that Nigeria has been run mostly by minority groups? That's most of the majority group that we call Wazobia. They did not actually run the country. It only came from the Wa, which is Obasanjo. The rest are all from minority groups. That is something that I don't even think most Nigerians have made their peace with, the fact that this country is being run mostly by people from ethnic minorities. From the Fulani to the Bayelsa guy, Jonathan, to Nupe, IBB, to Kanuri, none of the, like a major Igbo man and this thing, the Hausa man has not even done it once. And this is a country we act as if we are extremely tribal. This is not usual. It's very abnormal. In most countries, the majority groups call the shot. But we have minorities run the country, and we spend most of our time talking about how tribal we are. And then this is why I really appreciate that quality information filters to the top, because even up to recently, I didn't know that. It didn't dawn on me that minority groups have run this country more. As a matter of fact, an Ijaw man has run this country longer than an Hausa man or an Igbo man. That should tell you something. That is the country we are in. And when we keep saying, oh, the Fulani this, the Fulani that, there is a reason why those things are happening. These are, someone said that it has something to do with the fact that people are criminals in all societies. Fulanis are just as poor as the, actually, they are poorer actually, not even just as poor. They are poorer than most Southerners. Their infant mortality rate is a lot higher. They are fighting the Hausa there in the north. But because we are so into ourselves, we are so conditioned not to see the truth of what we truly are. We don't even see it. We don't even hear the pains of our fellow Nigerians anymore. The pain that we are experiencing ourselves, we don't even hear it. I've said it before. You ground the Fulani to a dust, your problem remains. You ground the Igbo man to a dust, your problem remains. You ground the whole Nigeria to a dust, the black man problem remains. Our problem is not the fact that some parts are doing this and we are divided against it. This in the you have Fulani killing this one, you have this one. The real problem is the fact that we don't even understand that we have what they call it, similar threats and similar challenges that we need to face together. We can't face it individually. Not one group can face down the challenge that we are facing here. We have to come together to do these things. If you can go any direction you want, you're going to still travel back to that one. It's just a matter of wasting your time. And if you go to any part of the world, you go anywhere you want. If you don't come together, you're not going to solve anything. We are going to remain here, keep praising our enemies, keep allowing our enemies to get away with everything. We keep dividing amongst ourselves. It's just not going to get us anywhere. And I think we should be allowing people, because what that gentleman said earlier on about when he was talking about some of the things that the Fulanis went through, they were true. Tafawa Balewa is also partly Fulani. This is the thing. We don't understand that our country is mostly run by minority groups. We don't understand that. There's only a Yoruba man that is from any
Can you
major.
give us a solution? What should we do?
I've said this before. If you want me to give you a solution, it's very simple. You restore security, you restore transparency, you restore this in there, you provide electricity. The rest will take care of itself. I believe Nigerians will do the rest by themselves. They will take care of the education system. The reason why we are having all this problem is because we are busy fighting, we are suffering, and we are stressed. Put two dogs in a room and not give them food.
All right, Mr.
You're going to have
Tunanja, let me
fights.
bring you back. Let me bring you back home, Mr. Tunanja. So against the Senate, and even when they don't have the presidency's approval, some states like Benue State, on those states, the likes have, gone ahead with state security, state police, community police, all of that. And impressively, we have youth turn out in numbers, in large numbers, ready to secure and defend their land, right? Now, things
Yeah.
are going on, trainings are all going. The problem now is there are no firearms. The police are not issuing firearms. As a matter of fact, they are still recovering, they are still retrieving firearms from people. Now, when these people don't have what to use to fight, how are they going to secure their land?
I think I think now we are beginning to get to the truth, isn't it? The truth of the situation that we are in. That our leaders choose to keep us disarmed, choose not to harness our natural resources, which is the people. We don't want to we don't want to harness them to defend our country. Now the truth is, as they say in the West, the dime is beginning to drop now. Why? You said it yourself. The youth came out. They want to do their job. There are young men with hot blood running through their vein there that want to defend their country, but they will not let them. This is not common only to Nigeria, it's common to almost all black nations. Our leaders are standing them down, and this is why I say we, the people, have to demand that this needs to change, because something is going on where they know full well what we want. They refuse to give it to us. They would rather we are stressed, poor, and against each other constantly. Weak enough never to be able to reclaim their destiny, but strong enough not to entirely collapse, as if they are just caretaker governments awaiting the conquest or recolonization of our people again. That is at the heart of some of these our problems. Some people say maybe it's because our leaders are totally ignorant, they don't know how to solve the problem. I'm beginning to think that is not the case. Something is standing our people down, and it's not only in Nigeria. Why are they not harnessing our people to defend our country? We have many youths looking for jobs. Military is actually a good job. They do pay you well regularly. You get a house in the military barracks and everything. Somebody has to build those houses. Somebody has to do the uniforms. That's a lot of jobs. They can create 4 to 5 million jobs if they wanted to immediately. They refuse to. They don't want to for whatever reason.
Okay, so
And that is a good
what
question
is
they
the
asked there.
fate of the people? So what's the fate? The presidency, the police have said these governors that are clamoring, that are pushing for these arms, right? And they're not giving it to them, and they've written to the presidency, and the police in their press release have come out to say that they don't think that would yield to any result writing to the presidency. Is it that the ends of the presidents, are tied? Because they are not asking for funds from federal government. They are ready. States are ready to fund this. I believe there are ways. Oh, and their reason is to curb the rise of insecurity. Now, that is the reason why the federal government are not giving out arms. I don't know other ways that this can be accounted for and
See, the federal government could easily
regulated.
say, bring them over, come and join the military. Let's give them further training and give them arms. They could have. That would help the country become more secure. Why would they refuse to do that? It's telling you it's gonna go back to this point. And when people accuse Buhari of not wanting to solve the problem or say there are some cabals in the power, that they are touching on something. They are touching on the fact that some people don't want to do anything. But I think it goes deeper than that. They think it's only in Nigeria. It goes deeper than that. They don't want to do anything because they are getting their orders from somewhere not to. They don't want to defend us yet until the people wake up to that truth and say, enough. We are not going to take this. We know we can defend ourselves. We know we can recruit these people. We know we can pay for this, our military. Let them do the job of securing us. We can't afford a country whereby even to get electricity, we can't even get it. There is a reason why we can't get all these things. Our systems are being undermined constantly. This is something that
All right.
anybody that I can do this to any country. That's why I tell you, if you want to call me devil, call me. If I see a people that are my enemies, that could be my rivals, I will undermine their system without invading them. And this is how you do it. You make them not to defend themselves. You stand them down from this in building strong institutions. You inspire corruption in the system. Then they will destroy themselves. You don't have to go there with military to do the job.
All
That
right,
is what they are
Mr.
doing to
Tinubu.
us.
All right, thank you. I'll get back to you. I have to move on to some other person. Hi, Mr. Chooks Obibus. How you doing? Good day. Welcome to today's broadcast.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for bringing me on. Good morning, viewers. Um, every day we come around to cry for our country. It's so painful. Like everybody who has been speaking, with a few points that I cannot agree with, have been speaking, showing those frustrations that are same with me. So to start with the the Benue governor, he's that frustrated that he don't even care about the constitution anymore. And that is a warning to the federal government, because the way I'm seeing it, it will descend to an extent that everybody will start doing what they want. I saw a video, one where one of the non-state actors, have gone, and people, with some traditional regalia, walking around the street. That sort of thing doesn't happen in a normal society. And I mean, the federal government is to be blamed. We can come here and blame whoever we deem to, but the fact is, there's people we put in charge. We cannot leave them. I understand where Tubaba is coming from, but I think in Nigeria's situation, we shouldn't be thinking about that right now, because we need to think about our security first. I'm well into what he's saying, because I self-educate myself about what he's saying, and I've been, before now, telling people, crying about it, But right now, all we got to think about is you got to be alive first for you to do every other thing. Okay? People are dying in their numbers. And this notion that we don't have enough forces, to keep Nigeria safe. That's a blatant lie. Complete lie. Because the fact is, the military, when you hear about fifth colony, it's more than fifth colony now. The military is colluded with every kind of people. The government itself. We can't blame anybody for the terrorists in the government. Look at Pantani. Are we blaming the foreigners for that? Who are we blaming? Somebody, as I am today, I will not go to Nigeria and register myself as a what is it called? As a SIM holder. No, I won't do that because I understand the dangers of my data being misused. Because I don't trust who is there. Look at the people they're bringing to us. Go and watch their past. You see them glorifying terrorism, saying all kinds of things they're going to do to fellow Nigerians when they get there. And we are here not talking about that. That is what we should be talking about. Those are the kind of people we should make sure they don't get there. Because when they get there, for whoever they're working for or whatever the way they're doing it, they don't care about the Nigerians. Those are the kind of things we need to talk about. For me, security, if we have security, you won't see me worry about Nigeria. Because I believe in life, you have to be alive to achieve anything. If we have security today, you won't see me, calling people, oh, do this, do that, let's chase these people out. If we don't want to chase them out, we stay with them. The security is one of the points that makes me cry every day. Because these things we are saying, until it touches us, we will understand the degree of what is going on. Those people in the bush for over 100 days are people's family members. So when we talk about this, I don't subscribe that our youth should be all of them should listen. I can volunteer to defend my community, but not to jump into Nigerian army just because I need employment. No, it doesn't work like that. And one of the presidential candidate has even told us that we are going there to be fed with corn and cassava. Come on. Not even the equipment. He doesn't talk that you will well be equipped, well taken care of. No, you will go there and eat agbado. We don't need such employment. No. Because when they get there with such employment, it is easy for those people you are afraid of to get into them and use them because they are poorly equipped, they are poorly paid. So to Nigeria, if you are bringing a solution, bring a solid solution. Tell us how these governments are going to take care of people. You don't say we have millions of youths that will join this thing. Because if they join them, it's even more dangerous. I'm telling you today, it's more dangerous for them because they understand the position they are. They are in critical position whereby their information and everything is well disastrous to the country itself. So if they are not ready to recruit our armies, who they're gonna train with dignity, equip them to work for Nigeria, it is better let them. I mean, I don't even know how we see Nigerian army. These are people who have gone places. These are people who have done things, get medals from abroad for a job well done. So how come these people are more organized than us? No, they are not. And I'm saying this. I'm from the military background. They're not better than us. But because imagine whereby you are in war front, and all of a sudden a command come over to say withdraw. You are in the war front. You have a air cover. All of a sudden, the air cover is bombing you. This is the problem we have. Give Nigerian military 2 months. Eliminate all these people who are in government, not even military, who are in government. Eliminate them. From there, give Nigerian 2 months. Peace will return. What happened to the people who went to attack the presidential guard? Did you not hear the story? Because when you want to test Nigerian police or military, kill one of them. They will come after you. Wherever you hide, they will come after you. That is when you will know that they have this intelligence in the abundance. They have everything to succeed. But when it comes to the citizens, they see it as a piece of wood. So we are saying, let us come together. Let us do things that benefit the country in general. Like he said, most of the people who are ruling, they're not even minority. Let's say it as it is. They are foreigners. Many of them are foreigners. That is why the Buhari have the audacity to take our money and give away. And the finance minister is there saying, we have the right to ask questions. The president have the right to do what he wants. Really? So Nigeria, this is what we're facing. What we need is to find a way to chase these people out the place. We are not short of knowledge. We are not short of anything to transform that country. What we are short of is cooperation. What we are short of is uniting ourselves to fight a common front. That's what we are short in. And that is where all this what is it called? The tribalisms and the religions are coming into it. I mean, look, you live in a country whereby somebody sees you, sees an underage, and gives that underage out for marriage. This is not your child. This is not even the same religion. Not even the same religion. And you go to police station, they ask you to go and beg them. Where on earth can such work? You go, they tell you, oh, they got some organization is it called inter-religion? They're gonna intermediate. Something that if it happen in a same society, the police should take control. There's a lot too, Baba. There's a lot going on in that country. And because of those differences, that is why we find ourselves where we find ourselves. That's why we cannot form a common front to fight these people. And we know where it's coming from. Let's say the truth as it is. We remember NSAS. NSAS tells everybody. NSAS tells everybody how that country is today. The definition of that country, I myself, I got it from NSAS. The definition of that country today. And I want everybody to think about this. Because some cannot say some certain things are wrong. We need to change it. And some said, no, we want it that way. This is where Nigerians are bleeding. This is where, when you hear anybody say, I don't believe in Nigeria, this is where it's coming from. This is where it's coming from. Nigeria has not done anything to anybody except few people. Imagine you giving birth to a child, and that child, if you don't have money to pay for the medical bill, that child is detained in the hospital. And tomorrow you ask that child to become patriotic. Nigeria is the only country you see that happening. Nigeria is the only country you see that happening. It can't even, the government can't even take care the day you come to this world. not your education. Look at what Festus Kiamu is saying. Beg. Did his parents beg the teachers during his time after paying his school fee? This is the kind of people we are talking about. So we should come together. Those who understand what is going on in this country, we should come together, try to do something to chase these people away and come back to our normal senses and talk better. Thank you for giving me this
Mr.
opportunity. I
Chooks.
yield.
You're most welcome, Mr. Chooks. Thank you. Hi, let them say, how you doing? Welcome to today's broadcast.
Good afternoon, madam. Good afternoon. I don't know, is this Emma or Kachi? Good afternoon, Mr. Najawas and the viewers and the listeners. But I came in, I don't really know the topic. I know it's newspaper review. I only heard that Benway security outfit. So that I should not go and talk out of your. What is the topic, man? We can't hear you. Anyway, since we are not hearing you, are you hearing me? Is anyone hearing me? Hello? Is anybody hearing me?
Yeah,
Yes,
I can hear you.
I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay, so if you've been following the news in Nigeria, right? The senators, they refuse to approve for community police and all of that. But some states that has it really bad has gone on ahead without the federal government's approval to man their own security and take charge of their states. And in a rather heartwarming and encouraging atmosphere, you have the youth trooping out to support, secure their land, and to partake in the in this process. Now, the problem is that they are not giving out firearms.
Thank you very
And they've
much.
written to the presidency for him to give an express order for firearms to be released to this community police or community security that has been formed in some states. And now we are saying if the president is refusing or is saying nothing to this effect, then what is the hope of Nigerians? How then do we combat all of this that is happening?
Okay, let me give solution with this a little I understand. Thank you very much. Well, I do say first, Nigeria is not yet a country, it's a sovereignty of British. Now, second is Nigerians who claim to be Nigerians under one because since I was born, it is the North that has been ruling the country. It is the North that we are giving the laws and everything. It is the North that divide each family and I call it a state, add some to North, add some to East, add some to West. So take from Yoruba, put to North, take from Benin, put to North, take from Igbo, put to North, and I call it North Central. So the thing is, the people who are suffering under insecurity doesn't know themselves. Because if they know themselves, they will have remembered that before British came to that country, they were human beings. And they were living happily. Whether one bleach man come to your country and I claim you to be one, or one Abino come and I say, I make you a name, I give you a Nigeria, it doesn't kill your sense of reasoning. But the problem we have with blacks, especially with the Nigerians, we don't have sense of reasoning. Not just all the Nigerians, but the SAT don't have sense of reasoning. That is why I will be seeing my brother in Benue, and I will, because I cannot speak another language called English, I will no longer see it as my brother because they have not called it Nigeria or North Center. I'm seeing my brother in Kogi and not seeing it as different person. Or seeing my brother in Kwara and not looking in at different people. This a sense of reasoning that we black with Nigeria lost out of ourselves. Now, let me give you the problem of the solution to insecurity. First, before giving solution, you must know the cause of insecurity. Buhari is the cause of insecurity, who told publicly in NTA News that he's going to make the government of Goodluck Jonathan ungovernable for him. That is how he started all this destruction. Now, Buhari was able to name ESM or Biafra agitators terrorists. They were able to name Igboho terrorists who could not carry any arms. Then the one that carry arms that kill soldiers, that kill police, that person said, if you call him all the vigilantes, that is the one cutting their neck, he cannot count the vigilantes he have killed. Then the other one said, I'm the one doing the kidnapping. Buhari did not call those one terrorists. So we should first understand what is the insecurity we are facing. And now you said you want to go and fight this insecurity. You are going under the same Buhari group of people to lead you, to put you into security. Tomorrow they will kill you. So this is what we are facing as Nigeria. People said, I hear someone said, and Nigeria soldiers, we are powerful, they are powerful. If you want to track them, just kill one soldier, then they will come after you. How many soldiers are they killing in the north? How many head have you heard the road? How many village? Have you not heard that they have gone to military schools to go and even adopt one is in general or inspector or whatever they call that man? Have you not heard that they have gone to different barracks? Have you not heard that they have gone to different checkpoints and killed soldiers? To the extent they now even go to the most secure prison and make sure that all their group are free. Now, people should not begin to say praise Nigerian soldiers. No. Say Nigerian soldiers are the terrorists killing Nigerians. So which of these Nigerian soldiers, both who came to the north as a foreigner, not overpowered the north, now we are not seeing them as the northerners. Those are the people who are killing the real Nigerians. We must understand it that way. So Buhari and his group are the one killing Nigerians. So anybody, Buhari cannot issue you a Nigerian's a certificate to attack his group. That he want to wipe you, make sure that he wipe you out of the land and fill it with his group. Now you expect him to give you the right to attack those people. If you, a Nigerian, know that you are suffering, it's not your right to take that power by force. Whether Buhari like it or not, you take it by force. Now, if Nigerian soldier can come against you who said you want to defend your land and could not come against those who are attacking you, did you not know that it's Nigerian soldier that is killing you? So automatically you need to know that you don't have a Nigerian soldiers. What you have is terrorists claiming to be Nigerian soldier killing you. Because the one you call Nigerian soldier were able to go to Igboho's and destroy his life till today. Kill people in his house, even a black person. They were able to go to Una this side and kill people in his house, kill people in the east, carry bomb and begin to bomb everywhere in most states. They were able to go to Kenya and look for Una the Kanu. A man is Zapara. They are not able to catch him. Even they make a king or emir, whatever you might call them. They are not able to go and carry those people. Please understand that the people that are killing you are Nigerian soldiers. So what matters for Nigerians now is to know that there doesn't have government or anything law that guide them. That they are the one foolish to those things with their ignorance. They are foolish to it. What I expect all state of Nigerian to do, because since I came to this country is, let me say, 11 years now. These people have changed their law up to 3 times. What is the use of the law? When one person implement it today, it did not work. Next tomorrow, they will change it to make it work for people. So if Nigerian law can be there in 50 years, they will say 1999. We should check 1999 in this time. And the law they make has now been reviewed to make a work for Nigerians. So Nigerians have to take it by power, by fire, and by force. You don't need for Buhari to tell you, don't guard yourself. You are the one to tell Buhari, whether you like it or not, I will guard myself. If it is war you need, let it be war. Because some people cannot be carrying arms and killing Nigerians. And you are telling the rich Nigerians, no, don't guide yourself. Oh. Those one will say federal government. How many people are the federal government? Can anybody come out and tell me is the federal government? Is the federal government not included to your state or my state and another person's state? So it is our ignorance that is disturbing us. Say the federal government did not issue a certificate. We force court to know their job, because court judges, the reason of court is to make sure that they make law that work for Nigerians, not law that work for president or those who claim to be executive. No. Nigerians are the one to force lawyer and judges to know their job. But Nigeria doesn't care. If they kill Chinedu, it doesn't concern Sosa. If they kill Sosa, it doesn't concern Abiola. If they kill Abiola, it doesn't concern Bello. So this is what we are facing. And this is why this foreigner will keep on killing us in the name of Nigerian government. All it need Nigerians, all of them to wake up. I expect Nigeria, since I heard that Nigeria, Buhari and his group take our money and give to Niger, and it's fighting insecurity in Niger, whereas insecurity makes all schools in Abuja close down. You could not fight that one. Make a people that adult in train now do no longer work because of insecurity. Buhari could not bring money for ASUS to go, for children to go back to school. They will not take our money and give to Niger. I expect Nigeria to be shut down by now, because Niger insecurity, we have not heard that Niger is fighting insecurity. It is our country we heard that is fighting security. A country that did not have money, they have used our great-grandchildren to borrow money. They did not use it to work for us. They not use our great-great-great-grandchildren to borrow money and give to Niger. And people quiet. I begin to show it in TVC, what do you ART and RISE. They look it as a thousand laugh or comedian. It is in foolishness of the real Nigerians, not those foreigners who take advantage of our ignorance and oppressing us. It is our own ignorance that gives those people the advantage to oppress us. So what Utom did.
All right, Mr. Let them say. Thank you. You need to please wrap up your submission, please.
What Utom did, I expect all Nigeria to do it, and not just to say we bring these people as outfit. It's left for all those states, all the states, whether you are farmer, you are this, to come out and make sure that no federal government, no office open. Then they will be forced. The judge will be forced to know their law. The federal government will be forced to give them ammunition. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much for that, sir. Thank you. That was quite a submission there. Thank you. I'll take a few comments from the read a few comments from the comment section. And this year is from Stella Oresoya. Welcome to the broadcast, ma'am. Good to have you here today. The psychological and emotional health of Nigerians has been jeopardized due to economic and structural hardship. This has to be addressed first before a meaningful solution is achieved. This very much reminds me of something one of my panelists would say, that he thinks every Nigerian after this government should go and get go for evaluation, because he is very sure that lots of people are traumatized and mental illnesses and everything. Well, if this is coming up again, then you guys, yes, being here and everything happening, it's a whole lot. Check out for yourself, check out for each other, and try to take things you know thoughtfully and one after the other. I'm giving a shout out to everyone in the comment section. Today has been most engaging. I tell you, this topic right here is one of the pertinent issues that we have right now, and we hope it doesn't consume us or even swallow us. Uche, Uchejin, thank you for joining today's broadcast. Justin Emmanuel, Jeku Obidien, Jeku, hi, welcome to today's broadcast. How are you doing? I am fine, thank you, and I hope it's a good one for you. Happy weekend, Jeku. Thank you, Pansas. Thank you, Mommy Diaspora. Thank you very much, Mama Derek. Naomi Bella, thank you to Niger. Thank you. Michael NCBDT, thank you. Eleri Mataya, Michael, thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you. The list just keeps going on and on and on. Daniel Alex, James Morgan, I'm sure I've said Johnson Emmanuel, right? Johnson Emmanuel again. Should I not have said it? Thank you to each and every one of you that has been part of today's broadcast. Mr. Edolite, yes, Mr. Edolite, thank you for today. Thank you, guys. This is an appeal. Please let's do the needful by liking this broadcast and also using the dollar sign in the comment section to support us. You could send a super sticker, a super chat, subscribe to our channel, support us all around with publicity, with financially, and also by liking this broadcast, sharing, inviting someone, subscribing, and turning on your notification. To my amazing panelists, thank you for today. Thank you for starting your weekend with me or joining in, likes of Mr. Kennedy, whose weekend is long gone already. Brother Nice, as we come to a close of today's broadcast, what do you have to say in 1 minute? Okay, Brother Nice. I think you're far away from your device. I'll move to Mr. Kennedy.
Thank you very much. Uh, it's tiring. It's tiring. But anyway, let's keep the hope on. Let's keep the hope on. There's still hope, and there's light at the end of the tunnel. We are approaching the electionary period. We pray that we are able to vote out these blood-sucking demons in the society and bring in new hopes that will take us to the Eldorado. Thank you very much.
All right, Mr. Kennedy, thank you for that. Brother Nice, are you back? Okay, Brother Nice, whenever you come in, please let me know. Mr. Kim, your submissions to Nigerian.
I'm here with you.
Okay, Brother Nice.
What?
Mr. Akim, please just hold on a minute. Brother Nice, thank you for
Yeah.
staying. Thank you for joining also as we've come to the close of today's broadcast. What do you have to say to us?
Yeah. I just have to say, we have nothing to do for now. Everything that we have been saying, there is no change. The government is not listening to us. So let us just continue advocating for President the aspirant OB. So let's continue to campaign for him so that we can do the right thing in the next coming election. Thank you.
All right, sir. Mr. Akim, please take it away.
Thank you very much. I'm just going to close down by saying I think Nigeria is going through a very challenging time, and I want to appeal to our fellow Nigerians that President Muhammadu Buhari time is going to be over soon. So let us don't tear down the house just because we want to get rid of one man. They don't have monopoly to power. We practice democracy, and in every government cycles, it's a term limit. So the time of this government has come, and it's almost gone now. So let us focus on how we're going to start to rebuild and recreate the type of Nigeria that we want to live in. Thank you very much.
All right, sir. Move on to Mr. Pansat.
Thank you very much. Let me just say, like I said earlier, the state of being free from danger or threat, that's just security, which means resilience against potential harm. Not when you're killed or when your neighbor is killed. You don't even want to be under that threat. So we have to do everything. Now, I'll be remiss if I don't address a few things with Niger. I've corrected him a few times, including in the chat section, where he said that Tafawa Balewa was Fulani, and he's not. He's Gere. It's his mother that is half Gere and half Fulani, but his father is complete Gere. So I want him to get that right. Now, I want him to, when we get off this platform, go and Google a Nigerian manufactured equipment that's called the Ezugu. All right? That's made by Daikon. which is acronym for Defense Industries Corporation of Nigeria. So this equipment is an MRAP, mine resistance and ambush protected vehicles, made by Nigeria, made in Owerri. And they make a lot of drones, all kinds of equipment is made in Owerri. If the Nigerian army would accept to name that huge military tank after Ezugo, I want you to know that they have the capacity. It's the will, it's the leadership we have in Nigeria. So to quickly, when you say that all minorities have been ruling Nigeria, you're wrong about that, because what was happening is that before, in the 60s and early 70s, they were doing it, one Nigeria against Biafra. So the rest of the people didn't care, the tribes. So then at some point it became North versus South, Muslim versus Christian, until now that everybody's eyes are open. That's what's going on. That's why I agree with those who are looking forward to a better Nigeria after Buhari is gone. Like Hakim said, yes, it's going to be different and better because everybody knows that Buhari took it to the limit. So people in Benue are no longer like, hey, we're Northerners and all that kind of crap. So now their eyes are open. So the Yorubas, the Arewa, and every other part of the country. So now the good people, the good Nigerians have to come together, get in this Obi and Baba Ahmed from the north, try to galvanize a good versus evil fight. And that's how we're going to be free. It's not going to be any other thing. But my advice to the states is to be creative. Use the current Nigerian military. It does not belong to the Hausa or the Fulani or the Igbo or the Yoruba. Those Nigerian soldiers are tribal components that make up Nigeria. Igbos have soldiers in there. Yorubas have soldiers in there who are armed. So if the governors could come together and form an association, so can the soldiers. So we have to be creative. We don't have to wait and apply for a license. Thank you very much. Awesome hosting, Ama and Watch Niger. I appreciate you all. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Mr. Pansat. Mr. Pansat, let's get my name right. My name is Ima.
Ima. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Thank you,
Yes.
Ima. Beautiful. Okay.
All
I
right.
won't forget it.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you for joining today's broadcast. I hope to see more and more of you. Mr. Charles, we've come to the close of today's broadcast. Your submission, please.
Thank you, Mrs. Emma. Yeah, we have been lamenting, we have been crying, but it seems like our tears are not touching anybody. But let's keep on trying and lamenting. I love what one of our brother, the submission he made concerning the foreigners that are in Nigeria. You see, all my prayer for Nigerians, especially indigenous Nigerians, because I know the people in government now, they are not indigenous Nigeria. They are foreigners that came to Nigeria. I don't want to. Their mission is to take over Nigeria. My prayer for Nigeria is that indigenous Nigeria should wake up so that they will not become a stranger in their land. Because if they keep quiet, it will happen. This government has a plan and they are doing it and they mean it. We all know, somebody mentioned Patani. Somebody who was, and he is still a sympathizer of Boko Haram terrorists. The same thing to the president and so many of them. They are one way or the other have relatives, Cameroon, Mali, Niger, this thing, and they're bringing their brothers inside Nigeria to come and take over Nigeria. Nigerians, Yoruba, Hausa, TV, Efik, Idoma, all the indigenous Nigeria, wake up before you become a stranger in your land. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Charles, thank you for that. All right, guys, I told you yesterday that I had something to share with you guys. Excited about this. So from next week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we have another segment, a show that has been infused to the other ones that we have lined up for you guys already. The title of the theme of this show is called The Chart. The chart. Yes, just as the name implies, this is it's going to be for discussions, not just political. Now, the chart will touch a whole lot of areas from lifestyle, social, life stories, life happenings, bizarre things happening in Nigeria, things Nigerians do, and all of that. It's going to touch a whole lot of things, and I know that you do not want to miss it, and I know you guys always have a good time with me. So please join me every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays for the chat, and it will be from 1 p.m. Nigerian time to 3 p.m. It's a 2-hour broadcast, and I hope to see each and every one of you as usual. Thank you very much, Mr. Tunanja.
Okay. I think in the end, what you see with most people is that there is this thing that we do where we make excuses for inaction. We say, "Oh, this one is tribal or Fulani, or this one is this, and this one is that," or they are corrupt. We can't do anything. We hate our leaders because, oh no. Somebody said something about because there was military coups in the past. You see, when are you going to move? If you keep complaining, it's like they are professors of having problems for every solution. In the end, our people suffer and perish every day because they don't want to do anything. And many of these people that say these things, they act as if other nations haven't had catastrophic conflicts where they lose a lot of people. Russia lost 28 million people in one war in a few years. 28 million. And some people say, oh, because a few soldiers died here, oh, no, we can't do that because some of our military, they are compromised. Because why should we do that? But that same military is the same one with, against all the odds, took control of the Northeast. That same intelligence service is the one with all the odds were able to go to Kenya and bring Kano back to Nigeria. Something that even Russia wouldn't even bother. They would just poison you and leave you there. We keep making excuses for inaction. Those young men in Benue State that came out, they are telling you that young people want to do their job. The young men are looking to do their job. Some of all these pundits here are the ones that have been conditioned for decades now of thinking that, oh, our people shouldn't defend themselves. Our people shouldn't act until everything is perfect. One of them said, everybody has to be happy and joyful to defend their country. There is in the war, during the war of Stalingrad, they chained Russian soldiers together so they don't go back. You turn back, they shoot you and you die. These people think this world is a joke. They don't understand the sacrifices these people that we like to praise every day that they've had to make. They don't have 5 heads. We like to say that we can compete against them. We go to any country and we outperform them. But on this one, yeah, I really think that our men need to ask themselves what they are doing. As if this world is a joke. You have to earn your way in this world. It's not a world where you get everything. We are not getting everything we want. Look at where we are, the way we are living. You either get it by choosing it, or it's going to be forced on you. And that is if you survive it. About what Pastor said about this Tafawa Balewa's mother being partly Fulani, so that is not part of his identity too. Do you hear that he's a majority group like from Hausa or any other? Jere is not Hausa. It's also a minority group. This is a problem. You tell people something and just disagree for disagreement's sake. Like I care, I don't care. All I see is what I say. And the truth is, good quality information needs to be part of our discourse. Because this pollution of our discourse is what is leading us to false solutions. We keep groping in the dark for solutions that it's not going to lead us anywhere. When it's clear, the information is clear right there. Get your Google, your Google. That's the beauty of Google these days. And most of us have phones. Check them out. Look at how other countries do it. Copy them. You can say whatever you like about Peter Obi. He actually tried to do that too. He went to Egypt to try to copy. Just copy what they did and fix your country. None of those countries that you like to envy. Just put the top 10 countries you like to envy. Check their military. Check it. Check whether they don't have corruption in those countries at all. Check if they don't have divisions in those countries at all. The difference is that their men are willing to make the necessary sacrifices. They need to move instead of complain constantly.
All right, Mr. Tunaija. Thank you for your
So
submission.
I would just say, now, let me try to end it on a positive note because I don't want to just rant at our guys. I would just say that, we have a lot going for us. And our problem is not that serious. We just have to move out of this, change our mindset, and realize that when we come together, defend ourselves, improve transparency and accountability, most of our problem will evaporate. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Tunaija. Thank you for that. Mr. Chooks, please give us your submission briefly.
Thank you. I think the previous speakers they've done wonderful job. That it's like what is in my mind. And the two I take a special thanks to you. For that last statement you made. It is encouraging, very very encouraging because like you said, many countries they have the same problems, though the way it comes differs, but problem is problem. They have economic on this and that, but the way it affects people is different. So I will urge ourselves, to come together because that is actually, it's like Benue is doing this now. The youths are willing. They have volunteered themselves. All it will take from us is to support them in any way we can to make sure they don't back down because the law is meant for man, not man for the law. So even though our constitution says the security of the country is strictly reserved for the presidency or whatever they call themselves, but we cannot watch ourselves dying. You sit down at home, you die. You on the street, you die. So the best we can do to ourselves is to defend ourselves. And I encourage them, and I'm begging everybody to encourage them because when we stand with them, it's few people that is destroying us. There are not many. If there are many, then we can be afraid. But there are few. We're over 200 millions, and I'm not sure there are up to 1 million people that are controlling and commanding and doing all sort of evil against 200 million people. So if we actually come together, like Tuna just said, and forget our differences, we can put these people away. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chooks, and thank you for joining today's podcast. I hope to see more of you in the following week. Thank you. Have an
No
amazing
problem.
weekend too. Yes,
And
sir.
you too.
Let them say, please take it away.
Thank you, Miss Emma. I mean, Mrs. Sorry for not pronounce it well. What I have for Nigerians, I really praise Benue government and Benue people. I expect all states that have this insecurity or security problem to join hand with Autumn to do the same thing. Even they have insecurity problem or security problem, join hand with Autumn to do the same thing. By the time people came out in number, the federal government will be forced to give them position for gun. If the federal government did not give them, they should force the federal government to give them gun. They should sue the federal government to court. Or is the court willing for them to be dying and court says it doesn't concern us? If it concerns the court, then the court will sign paper for them to carry gun. Because if not, court did not allow them to carry gun. That means the court are the one killing the people of Nigeria. So it is not only Buhari, both the court, both the Senate are the one killing people of Nigeria who refuse to make that law for people to carry gun and defend themselves. If they refuse, let Nigeria make law for themselves and carry gun so that the federal government will not know the law to make. Thank you, and God bless you, because I believe that is it all. According when we were small, there is a parable they used to tell us, because in my community we have many people that were soldiers. They said when they want to go to war, the captain or the commander of the soldier, that you need to pray for you not to be the sacrifice that day to show example. They will just call one out of the line. The next thing you will see that the captain will just fire him and say, if you did not kill like this, they will kill you like that. So he now give you the encouragement to know that you have to kill. So since Buhari and his team refuse to let Nigeria know that they have to defend themselves, so Nigeria has to understand that they have to defend it, to force Buhari to know that defend yourself is very good. And according to Abacha that time, Abacha said if person carry cutlass want to kill you, you still look for something and kill the person. He said person carry barrel and took you to death. He said that person should be killed. He said his father or his mother should not be held responsible. That person that kill you should be killed. So that is the Abacha law. And that is the law we're supposed to operate on now. People have carried ammunition that want to kill us, and Buhari tell our hand back. It is not Buhari that tie our hand back. It is we who tie our hand back. Let all of us carry ammunition so that Buhari will not make a better law that will not make those people ammunition not to come and hurt us. Thank you, and God bless you. Let everybody join when we all turn for the same work. Thank you. God bless you all.
All right, thank you for that. Let them say thank you. Mr. Edulite, I'm so sorry we've come to the close of today's broadcast. That's why I'm not accepting anymore. And I know that you do understand, Mr. Edulite. Thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you that has stayed glued with us, that has stayed glued to us on this broadcast. Thank you very much for joining today's broadcast. Thank you for being interested in the affairs of our beloved country. Do not forget to do the needful by liking this broadcast, sharing, inviting someone, subscribing to our YouTube channel, and also turning on your notification. Very importantly, also is using the dollar sign in the comment section to to support us. Yes, guys, please support us, and do not forget the programs that we have running. We have a newspaper review Monday to Saturday, 10 a.m. Nigerian time, all through to 11 a.m. And then we have the discussions that takes place every evening, 5 p.m. Nigerian time, Monday to Thursday. And yes, we have the debates every Friday, 6 p.m. And the new one coming out from next week, the chart is Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 1 p.m. Nigerian time, all through to 3 p.m. Nigerian time. It's a 2-hour broadcast. Guys, make if for no loss, do endeavor to turn on notification so whenever Niger Watch goes live, you would be notified. That being said, my people, everything happening on ground, as they always say, everything gets final. The final decision for everything is on the president's table, and I do not know it to say, unfortunately for us, we have a president that does not hear the cry of the people. I don't know if I don't know how that happens. That doesn't even communicate to the people. As Tunanja said the other time, our next president needs to be and has to be an excellent communicator, guys. With everything that is happening, and not just an excellent communicator, you have to talk about what is necessary. You cannot be talking about giving out arms or doing things outside and not looking inwards. Let's do the needful, guys. Let's do the needful. Let's go back and see what history has to say about the presidential candidates that are out there. What have you done? Where are you coming from? Do you speak the truth? Do you post and delete because you've been threatened, or you're a man of your word? Are you a man of integrity? Do you care about the people? These are things that should help us pick the right person for 2023 elections. That being said, guys, please stay well. Have an amazing, amazing weekend. Do something unusual this weekend. Take out time to spend time with family, spend time with friends. If you are here in Nigeria, please do not go so far. Please do not go so far. Yesterday, twice I saw story of of this young man, this young, fine-looking man. and he was taken out because his family could not meet up the 50 million naira ransom that was required of them. And forgetting that not all of these families can bring up this money. Everyone is going through trying times already. So please be careful of the places that you go to. This is not business. As don't mind these people that are coming out to say go about your normal business. Don't mind them. These governors cannot do nothing for us as it is. So please don't go about it like your normal business. Be very careful where you go to. Be very, very careful where you go to. Thank you for joining today's broadcast again. I wish you a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Until I come your way next week, Monday, you stay well, you stay tight. May God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Bye for now.